Hello traders, just want to do you a quick session at the beginning of this video on how to try and find the bigger moves. And what I'm going to do is look at the DAX here very quickly. Now this DAX has been in this box, been talking about this box for a while, went through it in detail over the weekend, and today we have had a decent move to fill a gap. The gap was up there just around the 200 mark, and we got close to 300 on a breakout. So one way to trade this, and bear in mind the room can only open for a certain couple of periods in the day, otherwise I'd be at my screens all the time talking to you all the time, which is fine, but I need to obviously get on with some work and do my own trading, etc., my own scanning, my own preparation. But what you need to do to take advantage of what I'm teaching you, what I'm showing you, and what's in the videos is to just, when I'm talking about certain levels in the room, or when I'm talking about certain types of data setups and so on, make sure you've got a pad and pen with you and you are marking this down and then marking your own charts up and doing your own preparation. That way I think you'll get maximum benefit out of the room and the videos and trade the easy way to just increase your profits. Okay, so this was always a key pivot here. We have undershot it at 10,800. If you look, so look now how my 60 minutes is set up. Very, very simply, this was the main support, 10,800. This was the trend line that came across. We previously had a breakout earlier in the week. We've broken out to this monthly S1, pulled right the way back, retested it at 10,800, nice round number, which I like. There's the gap, and we basically we closed the gap and more, went up to a resistance level up here. Okay, so how can you trade that intraday? Well, if you pull up, one way of doing it is to get a small time frame. So if you only use these small time frames if you've done your preparation and you've picked a level that you're very interested in, which has got major support. So here we are with a 2-minute chart. Obviously, the DAX at the moment is very volatile. So small, if you've got a lot of movement in a very volatile chart, a 2-minute chart is fine. Here it was a daily R1. That's right, it's daily S1. Sorry. There's the daily pivot on the red line up there. So in the first couple of hours of the German session, they ran it up close to the daily pivot and they dragged it down to this S1. And then at 10:30 UK time, which is a fairly typical reversal time, you've got a good hour or so after the main London session is done, you do tend to find moves like this. And even if you don't get this move, that's not a problem at all, because all you've got to do is wait till the Dow opens, and then plot your levels after the Dow opens. And don't be put off by hard sells like that, because if they are dragging it down to a support level, that's a key sign that they may be ready to move it up. So if you want to scalp, you need to do this kind of preparation in the bigger time frame, in the intra-week time frame, i.e. the 60-minute chart, and only then drill down to a small time frame, a 5 or 2 minute. Otherwise, if you end up looking at the small time frame too much, you will get distracted and you will just miss the main pivots. But if you do your homework properly, then you can get the main pivots. So this is the Dow open here. So by the time the Dow opens up here, you've already got a break here. And these patterns are very, very powerful in any time frame. but obviously, the bigger the time frame, the bigger the stop you need, etc., etc. But and the longer it, obviously a daily and a weekly pattern like this would take a while to set up, but they are very powerful when they do set up. And at 5 or 6 o'clock, you get 5 to 5:30, you get this impulsive wave here, just to finish this off, close the gap, and then carry on. One way I would recommend you trade this is, having done your homework, is to take a small position here. You will make more money with smaller positions buying on key spots like this. Get your stop, 805 was the low, so you get a big bar that goes right up to 830. So you can either just buy that pivot at 815 with a stop about 790, or just wait till later in the day, because this will always, the markets breathe in and out, they go in waves, breathing patterns, whatever you want to call them, and these are just natural waves in the market. And this had a good day yesterday. DAX has been fantastic. Let me drag that down. Where are we? So we open up, we sell off, we do, that's no doubt, that I'm sure that's a fib area. Obviously this is the other way around. This is a selling day, so they drag it down. If you miss the move, it's not a problem, because you can pick up pullback, and they wave it down. The Dow opens here, around about here. Runs up into resistance, breaks down, and there you got it. So just watch for the trend of the day. And to get the trend of the day, I think you need the open range. So the open range was up here. The first move of the day, the first big swipe was down. So the chances are that will set the tone for the day. So if that is the tone for your day, then just short highs. Don't try and trade. You could try and trade the up and downs, and not a problem with that, as long as you're good at it. I would suggest you just paper trade this and just short every high if the open range move was to the downside. Did that work today? No, it didn't, but the difference between yesterday and today was the fact that we had such a major daily pivot at 10,800. That's the main difference. Alright, so we'll go through that in the trading room, and I will set up a specialist day for scalping very soon, one day next week probably, so watch out for that. Okay, so where are we now? Let's just look at the daily charts. And so this is a buy signal. We've had these waves down. We've had 1, 2, 3. We've had A wave, B wave, correction. But what we've got here now is we have engulfed this action here. I mean, when this reversal is not confirmed in my book until we're above the 20 EMA. If you look back to the last time we had a down pattern, we were pushing down, pulling back, couldn't get above this resistance, so we pulled down. So the reversal was not confirmed until this day here, when we closed above the 20 EMA. And when we opened and closed above the 20 EMA and the resistance level, then that's when we got the run. So that's what I look for here. I would look for this to close above this level here, and then see if we can start to wave up back up to these levels here, assuming that that is what the market wants to do. Okay, tidy all this up. So yeah, we have got some sort of evidence that the market is trying to find a way out of this, trying to find a way up, but the reversal is not confirmed to me. Just going to put this box back. We could end up in this box for quite some time to come. We could dip underneath it, we could dip above it, we could end up with the summer moving around in this box. So you know, I would not start to load your boots on the long side here until we get this kind of confirmation that we had back here in mid-January, which is a seasonal time to start to buy the indices. Okay, so that's enough of the DAX. Spent a long time on the DAX. Let's just move across the markets. Let's look at the euro. And I just don't like this euro. It's still not telling me exactly what it wants to do. So this is the fibs on the 2015 highs and parity down here. So this is a sort of a future fib. This is what I would call a future fib. Just looking to see if this market is, you know, does this market want to come to parity? You know, is this euro done? And are we going to fall out of this chart pattern and drop down, or you know, have they had enough of this? Have they had enough of the selling? So the bears are going to start to stand aside, and are they going to start to drag this up? This is interesting. If you've got the trend line from last year's high before we had this massive sell-off, and quite a key pivotal area here, mid-December, we are right underneath. Here we got, you know, we are just trading right underneath this. So we are getting it. So we've got fib support and a major sort of intra-week support here at 113, and we've got major resistance up here at 115. So until we get a decision out of that euro, I will just steer clear. No good me trying to have a bullish or bearish bias. There just isn't any sort of signal there for me. If somebody's put a gun at my head, say which way would you trade it, I would suggest that this is a major trend line that we may fail, and if we close under 113, but especially 112, then I think we are going to at least come and visit this hammer down here at 109. Pound US has had a great week. We're right at the 50%. You can see this 50% signal here. I think we will now consolidate, and at some stage, possibly into next week, go back and test either the Fed day level at 518 to 158, or this big box down here at 15750. I think 15750 is more likely, much more likely, at which point we may get a leg up to 162, but staying out of it for now. And US dollar yen, I did take a slice out of this today. You can see why, because my monthly pivot was here at 122.50, resistance here at 123.20, so I just took a piece of that trade. I think I got in around 240, I can't remember now. So I didn't, not a lot of points, but happy with that. Just steering clear of it otherwise. pound yen is similar to the pound US, just struggling at resistance. Quick look at gold. Gold has squirt up. Another good wedge-like breakout similar to the DAX. There's all the support at 1175, and here we are just testing resistance at 1200. What do I think is going to happen next? Obviously, that's a big buyer's bar. So if we come down here and 1190 holds, then I would expect 1220 to be tested. Okay, I'll leave it there. Before I do that, let's just look at a couple of stocks. I've been talking about Facebook for a long while. Facebook is doing really well. 81.75 was a key level from yesterday, so plenty of time to get into this. 81.75 is a good place to buy. Alright, I'll leave it there and see you in the next update.